Well, what's up guys? This is Daniel from Arms Family Homestead, and it is time to do another update on our new entryway. So I told you guys, I don't know, it's been probably a month ago, maybe a little longer than that. We were going to tear out our old gate on our property coming in from the road and put in a new entryway with some automatic gates and all that, just to bump up the security on our property, just because it's a good idea. We want it to be a little bit more secure, and we live on a very long gravel road. It's almost half a mile to our house, so people think this is just an abandoned road and they come down here and dump trash and party and do all the things. So it took a little longer to get the new entryway started than I expected, and I did hire some folks to come in and help me do this, and it's a pretty simple, straightforward project. There's not really, it's not that it's that difficult. The thing is, we're building this out of, like, my uprights here that I'm going to show you in just a second are built out of 6x6 steel, and they're 20 feet long, which we'll cut them off. They're in the ground about 3 feet, and it'll be about 14 feet tall. So I couldn't lift it. I mean, even with just my tractor, I couldn't do all this by myself, and I wanted to hire some guys that do this for a living. So I had them come in, and we came in the other day and, check it out, set all the posts. Now these are actually going to be cut off about 3 feet from where they are right now. They're a little tall. We'll bring it down, but those posts are 6x6 steel, and they probably weigh 400 to 500 pounds a piece. So it was just more than what I thought I could handle by myself. And we're also going to be putting a cross member across there that's 6x6, 14 feet off the ground, 400 to 500 pounds. Not something I wanted to do by myself. And then on the side over here, we went a little bit smaller. These are 4x4 posts, and we'll just run, you know, like a 3-rail fence across there. The gates themselves, there'll actually be 2 gates. They are not completed yet. That was another thing that I wanted to hire out. I can weld. I mean, you guys have seen me weld multiple times. I do a lot of welding projects, but something like building a fancy entryway gate that my wife wants to look pretty, better leave that to the professionals. So they're working on a gate. The UPS man did show up yesterday. I hate that they just dump our stuff. They won't. UPS doesn't like to bring packages all the way to our house, but I did notice when I came in when I was coming out this morning, our automatic gate openers arrived. Now those are not sponsored, but it's from Ghost Controls. I bought them myself, all the hardware and keypads and sensors and all that stuff. So we're gonna have a double gate. It'll actually look something similar to this. So I'm waiting on the guys to arrive. We're gonna get to work today, put that top beam up, weld all these pieces in on the side, and they've got a lot bigger tractor than what I have. We're gonna use a stinger they've built on the front of their front end loader to raise that up. But I need to run over to Davis to GP Rents and get a man lift, because while they do have a stinger to set that up there, we need something to get up there and weld that on. And then eventually, well, not eventually, after we get it welded, I'm gonna clean it up and paint it while I've got that man lift here. So I'm gonna run over to Davis and get a man lift, and hopefully by the time I get back, they'll be here and be ready to get to work. I don't know if it'll show up on camera or not, but while I was standing here talking, I noticed there's 2 deer on my driveway on the very far right next to that telephone pole. There they went. while they get everything all welded in place over there on the side, I got the man lift all set up. This one's much smaller than the last one I rented from GP Rents, but it'll lift 34 feet up in the air. It's plenty big. Now we're not going to use this to actually lift that beam. They're going to use their tractor and their Stinger. Now we've still got to cut those posts off. They're about, I would say 16 feet up right now. We're going to have them at about 14, so a couple feet off of there. But as soon as they get that all welded up, we'll use our tractor, set that beam, and then now you'll be able to use the man lift to weld it in place. So it's coming together pretty quick. Well, as you can see, we made some good progress on the new entryway. The weather kind of turned crummy and tried to rain on us for a while. And while I've got this towable man lift from GP Rents, I'm going to hopefully at least get some of that painted. Some of the overhead and those tall posts, I need to get some paint on them real quick. Otherwise, I'm going to be stuck with an extension ladder, you know what, 15 something feet up in the air. So we're going to have this for the weekend, and hopefully we can get some paint slapped on that thing. And then you know, get the gates up. They don't have the gates built yet. I'm hoping he'll have the gates built, he said, probably early next week. So we're just a few days out on that. He'll build those gates, then we'll get our control arms and our, you know, our gate openers, all that stuff installed, and we'll have us a brand new entryway with a keypad gate code. Probably won't share the gate code with most of you guys, not trying to sound rude, but so hopefully the weather will clear out and we can get some paint put on that thing real soon. Well, welcome back. It's been a couple days since we got all the work done on the new entryway, but I do still have the man lift. It's Sunday afternoon, so I do want to make sure we get some paint put on this thing before I have to take it back tomorrow. I didn't fill you guys in. A lot of you have been asking, totally unrelated subject, but as far as Weston's basketball season go, I kind of left you guys on the hook there, and they got beat out in regionals. But the reason I'm not able to get this project done until Sunday instead of Saturday when it was beautiful, because Weston decided this year, instead of playing baseball, he wanted to run track. So we went to our first high school track meet yesterday. Show you a couple clips. We recorded a few clips. He was competing in the long jump, high jump, and the 100-meter run.
Change zone is ready, Mr. Starter.
Good job. Good job.
Big Landon. Landon got Run, Landon!
Go, Landon!
Run, Landon! Run, Landon! Run, Landon! Good, nice.
The long jump, he won. Like, he's never been in track. He's never competed in track. He won the long jump by almost a foot. He jumped like 18 feet 4 inches. And the high jump, he won. There wasn't a lot of competition in the high jump, but he won it with like a 6 foot high jump. So we were talking to the coach. Weston is an incredible athlete. He's a beast of an athlete. He must get it from his mom. I told him this morning, I said, that's why I was in ag. I was in FFA because I was not the kind of athlete he is. Which I've played sports, but it was just for fun. But anyways, we were talking to the coach and he was like, man, I really think Weston coming out for track as a senior, we can still get him qualified for state and more than likely on the podium, most likely in high jump. Because he can jump. He was like doing 6'4" in practice, so we'll see. But anyways, I'm gonna get started on the gate project here, and the first thing I need to do is get this cleaned up, because you can see this square tubing's just filthy. Look how dirty it is. We don't want to paint it like that, so you could use, I mean, I've seen people just use straight gasoline or any kind of degreaser, mineral spirits, something just to take that nasty dirty stuff off, and it'll, you know, it's just, look how dirty this stuff is. So we're gonna get it cleaned up and then at least get some paint everywhere where I don't have to have a ladder to get to, because, I mean, while it is convenient and nice to have a place like GP Wrench just down the road, I don't want to take it back and then have to go back and get something, and I dang sure don't want to be up there with a extension ladder. I mean, we put this thing out, I don't know if I told you guys the other day, everybody's been concerned whether or not we went tall enough to get the RV in and out, or concrete trucks or semi. So we're like 14 feet 6 inches to the bottom of the overhead. So if anybody has a problem getting under 14 feet 6 inches, they're not legal to be on the road anyways. So let's get to cleaning and painting. Man, that's crazy. That stuff was filthy. So got it clean. I didn't do from about 7 feet up. I'll have to take the bucket and the rag up with me when I go up, but I think I'm gonna go ahead and start painting down here. And some of you are gonna make fun of me for my options for painting. Sounds like there's a motorcycle coming my direction really fast. He slowed down. Anyways, as far as my options for painting goes, I would really like to spray it on. If I had a good airless sprayer out here, it's just about, I don't know, 10 mile an hour, too windy for that. And I think it would just get everywhere and be a mess. We could brush it on, we could roll it on, but I'll show you my preferred way of painting fences. And I did bring a small 4-inch roller so we can go over and knock down some high spots. But I like to use a good old-fashioned paint mitt for painting fences. It's easy, it works fast, and you can coat that stuff on nice and thick. And for paint, I'm just using a fast dry gloss black enamel, and I've already spilt it. Can't go wrong with black on a fence and a gate. Well, I got everything down low done as far as I can go, and I'm sorry about the wind. I'm trying to get you guys out of the wind, but the paint glove, I'm gonna abandon the paint glove when I go up and do the overhead and all the high stuff and just use a roller because it's so messy. And with 15-mile-an-hour winds, the problem I'm running into with my paint glove, which I probably knew this ahead of time, I just didn't want to do it the right way, but is with 20-mile-an-hour wind with a paint mitt or glove, you get a lot of runs while you're trying to get that paint on there. And with 15-20-mile-an-hour wind, it dries so fast before you can get those runs out. So I don't want it to look all runny on the arches and the high part and all that. And my mother-in-law came by and kind of chewed my butt for the way I was doing it. She didn't really approve, so we're gonna use the roller and do the rest. So I gotta move this guy around, get it all situated up, and get up in the air, which we're not going high, literally. I mean, at the most, we're gonna get up to about 10 feet at the foot level, so it's not that high, but it sure is nice to have the right tool for the job. I know that. Well, there's the finished product, or at least finished so far. I have a little bit of painting left to do, and that's just basically on these two sides. I didn't paint here because we've got to weld on some hinges and how, on the way that we're going to hang those gates, so we'd have to just grind the paint off. But other than that, the entryway is completely done. We're waiting on the builder to actually build the gates. So he said it'd probably be 4 or 5 days. So I wanted to go ahead and get it all painted. He'll come in, hang the gates, and then I'll slap some paint on those, and they'll be ready for our driveway, our gate openers, and almost completely finished. I think it's gonna look awesome. It's gonna be a great little project to finish up. Trying to block you guys with a tree so you're not having to listen to that wind noise, but this is something we've been wanting to do for a long time, and it's good to knock those projects off the list. And I think it looks great. I need to come in and trim this tree up some more just to open it up, and yeah, I like it. It looks good. So got done just in time. It's about 4:15. We're gonna have to run to town real quick and pick up Emily and Houston. They're actually in town taking their hunter safety education class. Neither one of them have gone through that. In order to hunt alone, you have to have that hunter's education safety class. So they're getting that knocked out, and yeah, great, awesome Sunday afternoon. I hope you guys had a great Sunday. I know it's not Sunday when you're seeing this, but that's when it was filmed. So anyways, guys, that's all I've got for today. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Y'all have a great day, and as always, we'll see you on the next video.